scoops. That's what I'm about to do. All right, I know. Fear not. They haven't seen each other in 40 years. I know how it is. You see, we set it for 5:30. We'd be starting now. Shabbat Shalom. We continue now on page 703. Before we do, however, let me say for those of you who are not familiar with this prayer book that in the main there are two type styles. One of them is Roman. That is read by the person leading the service, and of course at this service that person is our bar mitzvah, Adam. The other is italic, and that invites us all to worship aloud together.
Long ago, our ancestors came to believe that they were a people appointed to be God's witnesses to the world. When all others were blinded by idolatry, they alone realized that one God rules the whole universe and that He demands righteousness of all His creatures. And they felt themselves called to proclaim this faith to all the nations. If you truly listen to me and keep my covenant, you shall be my treasured possession among the peoples. Behold my servant, whom I uphold, my chosen, in whom my soul delights. To open blind eyes, to bring the captive out of the dungeon, those who sit in darkness out of the prison. I will make you a light to the nations, that my deliverance may reach to the ends of the earth. For the mountains may depart, and the hills be removed, but my steadfast love shall not depart from you, and my covenant of peace shall not be removed, says the Lord, who has compassion on you. Do not make me disgrace it. May understand our responsibility as Jews to continue the path which He raised by the faith and nation which is all. I am a Jew, because the faith of Israel demands of me no abdication of the mind. I am a Jew, because in every place where suffering weeps, the Jew weeps. I am a Jew, because the word Israel is the oldest and newest. I am a Jew, because for Israel the world is not completed. We are completing it.
I am a Jew because for Israel humanity is not created. We are created.
I am a Jew, because Israel places humanity and its unity above the nations and above Israel itself.
I am a Jew because above humanity, image of the divine unity, Israel places the unity which is divine. Service continues at the top of page 751 with Amara B. Akiva.
Amara B. Akiva, Amara B. Akiva.
Please turn to page 325. Please rise. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Hasdei Avot, U'Mevi Gula, Livnei V'nehem, L'ma'an Shemo, B'Ahava, Melech Ozer, U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham. Source of all being, we turn to you as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens. They felt you in their hearts. They sought you in their lives.
Now their quest is ours. Help us, O God, to see the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring nearer to realization the great hope inherited from ages past for a world transformed with liberty, justice, and peace.
Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah, Rav le'oshia, Mechachel ha'im v'chesed, Mechayei hakol be'rachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofei holim, Umatir asurim, Umkayei emunato, Lishnei afar, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך ממית ומקיים, ומצמיע ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good and not for evil.
You are the source of life and blessing.
Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children.
You are the support of the falling.
Help us to lift up the fallen.
You are the author of freedom.
Help us to set free the captive.
You are our hope in death as in life.
Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust.
Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
We sanctify your name on earth, even as all things, to the ends of time and space proclaim your holiness. And in the words of the prophet we say, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Melo, Chal, Haaretz Kavodo. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The fullness of the whole earth is his glory.
Nikadesh et Shimecha Olam Kishim Shemakdishim Oto Mishmei Maron Kakatuv Ayad Nebiecha Vikaraz Elzeh Vayama Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzvaot Adonai Tzvaot Miloch haaretz kivordo Adir Adireinu Adonai Adonenu Ma'adir Shimecha Bechol Haaretz Baruch Kivod Adonai Mimekomo Echad hu Eloheinu hu Avinu hu Malkeinu hu Moshiinu v'hu Yashmi'enu berachamav le'nei kol echai Yimlech Adonai l'olam Elohayich Zion Ledor v'ador Hallelujah Ledor v'ador Hallelujah.
To all generations, we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed is the Lord, the holy God. Please be seated.
ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג. אוי מקדשי שבי, כולם יספרו ויתענגו בטובך. בהשבי רצית בו והשביעי רצית בו, והשביעי רצית בו, וקידשתו. חמדות ימים, אותו קראתה, זכר, 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 למעשה בראשית. זכר, 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 למעשה בראשית.
We continue silently for the next several pages. Page 417.
There is none like you, O Lord, among the gods that are worshipped, and there are no deeds like yours. Your kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and your dominion endures through all generations. The Lord rules. The Lord will reign forever and ever. May the Lord give strength to his people. May the Lord bless his people with peace. Havu Godel Lelohinu Utnu Kavodo La Torah. Let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah.
O God, you have placed your Torah, to be held high by parents and children, and taught by one generation to the next. Whatever has befallen us, our people have remained steadfast in loyalty to the Torah. It was carried into exile in the arms of parents, that their children might not be deprived of their birthright. And now I pray that you, Adam, will always be worthy of this inheritance. Take its teaching into your heart, and in turn pass it on to your children and those who come after you. May you be a faithful Jew, searching for wisdom and truth, working for justice and peace. This will you be among those who labor to bring nearer the day when the Lord shall be one and his name shall be one.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Our God is one, our Lord is great, holy is his name.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Gadlu Ladonai iti an Romama Shemo Yachdav. O magnify the Lord with me, and together let us exalt his name.
Lecha Adonai Hageduya, Ha'ibura, Ha'tiferet, Yeholei Zameon, Kifo Hashamayim U'aretz, Kifo Hashamayim U'aretz. Lecha Adonai Hamamlachot, V'yamin Na'aseh, Lechon Lerosh.
Be seated, please.
My Torah portion deals with our ancestors' faith in God when they had been liberated from Egypt and were wandering in the desert. It speaks about how they kept a light burning over the ark, which contained the Ten Commandments. This is where our tradition comes from. The Jews built a portable tent, which was set up on the Sabbath to represent the synagogue. In it, they placed the ark and 12 loaves of bread to represent the 12 tribes of Israel. My portion reminds me of the Jews in Russia, especially my bar mitzvah twin, Yaakov Cooper-Schmidt. Although they are not allowed to practice Judaism, they continue to do so secretly. Again, as in ancient times, our people show their devotion to the Lord, no matter what the circumstances are. My Haftarah from the book of Psalms, Psalm 27, verses 1 through 4 and 7 through 14, talks about how the Jew should be confident. After all, he has the Lord on his side. It continues to explain that you shall do as you feel is right, and never to give up hope in your God. Verse 14 quotes, "Trust in Adonai," meaning to be bold, for the Lord will aid you. You are his people, as he is your Holy One.
For our first Aliyah, we call on Paul Shimonis and Philip Zaro, Ya'amod Pesach ben Binyamin, Shragafaivel ben Yosef.
Baruch Hu es Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'chabonu mikol ha'amim v'nosan lanu es Toraso. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Ushmartem mitzvotai v'asitem otam ani Adonai. V'lo t'chalu ed shim kadshi v'niktashti. V'toch b'nei Israel ani Adonai mechadishchem hamotzi etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'hiot lechem le'Elohim ani Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emer v'chayei alam natah b'chatenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
For our next Aliyah, we call on William Zarrow, Ya'amod, Ovadia Mendel, Ben Yosef.
Baruch Hu es Adonai Baruch, Baruch Adonai Baruch L'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'chabonu mikol ha'amim v'nosan lanu es Toraso. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Vayedaber Adonai el Moshe lamor. Daber el bnei Israel v'amarta alehem moadei Adonai. Asher tuka'u otam mikra'ei kodesh Elohim moadei. Shishet yam taseh melacha v'yom hashvi'i Shabbat Shabbaton mikra kodesh kol melacha lo ta'asu Shabbat hi l'Adonai b'chol moshvotechem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nusa lanu Torah semes v'chayim olam nusat b'tzachenu. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
For our next Aliyah, we call on Sam Zarrow and Jerry Zarrow. Ya'amdu Simcha ben Moshe, Yaakov ben Simcha.
Baruch Hu es Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'chabonu mikol ha'amim v'nosan lanu es Toraso. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Ushmartem mitzvotai v'asitem otam ani Adonai. V'lo t'chalu et shim kadshi v'niktashti. V'toch b'nei Israel ani Adonai mechadishchem hamotzi etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'hiot lechem le'Elohim ani Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher nosan lanu Torah semes v'chayei olam natah b'tzachenu. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Vayedaber Adonai el
For our next Aliyah, we call on Louis Glazer and Harold Alberts. Ya'amdu Aryeh ben Moshe, Hirsch ben Moshe. Aryeh ben David v'Hirsch ben Moshe.
Baruch Hu es Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'chabonu mikol ha'amim v'nosan lanu es Toraso. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Vayedaber Adonai el Moshe lamor. Daber el bnei Israel v'amarta alehem moadei Adonai. Asher tuka'u otam mikra'ei kodesh Elohim moadei. Shishet yamim ta'aseh melacha v'yom hashvi'i Shabbat Shabbaton mikra kodesh Kol malacha lo ta'ashu Shabbat hi l'Adonai b'chol moshvotechem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher neta lanu Torah emet. Chayei olam natei tochayenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah. So sweet.
For our next Aliyah, we call on Jonathan Brandt and David Alberts, Yamdu Yonatan ben Hanan, and David ben Hirsch.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hambarach. Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amin V'natan Leinu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe Lamor. Sav et bnei Yisrael v'yechu elecha shemen sa'it sach hatit lamor v'halot ner tamid. Mechutz lefarochet ha'edut b'ohel mo'ad ya'arok oto aharon me'arev ad boker. Lifnei Adonai tamid hukat olam l'dorotechem. Olam l'dorotechem al hamnora haTorah ya'arok et hanarot lifnei Adonai tamid.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natun b'to fano. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
For our next Aliyah, we call on Richard Glazer and Glenn Glazer, Yamdu Moshe ben Aryalev, David ben Moshe.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amin V'nosan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Nosein HaTorah.
Lakata solet va'afivta utashtem eshrei chalot shnei esronim yihiyeh hachala ha'echat. V'samta utam shtem eshrei ma'arechot shesh ha'ma'arechet al hashulchan ha'tahor l'fnei Adonai tamid. V'natata al ha'ma'arechet levona zaka v'hayita l'lechem l'azkara ishel Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'dochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah. Amen.
Our final Aliyah, we call on our bar mitzvah, Adam Glazer, namely Noach Abraham ben Moshe Elia ben Nota, and to his name we add his twin in the Soviet Union, Yaakov Kuberschmidt, about whom you have already heard from Adam himself.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah. B'yom HaShabbat ya'archenu l'fnei Adonai tamid me'et b'nei Yisrael b'rit olam. V'ha'ita la'Aharon ovnav v'achaluhu b'makom kodesh ki kadosh kadashim hu lo me'isher Adonai ha'olam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah. my mitzvot and do them. I am Adonai. Do not bring disgrace on my holy name. The people of Israel must call me holy. I am Adonai who makes you holy, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the people of Israel and say to them, These are my religious festivals on which you honor God by meeting for worship. You have 6 days in which to do your work, but the 7th day is a Sabbath of complete rest, a holy meeting time. You are not to work on that day. Wherever you live, it is God's Shabbat. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Command the people of Israel to bring you clear oil of pressed olives for lighting, so that you can keep the lamp burning always. Aaron is to keep it going from evening till morning in God's presence in the tent of meeting, outside the curtain that hangs in front of the ark of witness. This is a law forever for all your descendants. He shall take care of the lamps, so that they burn always in God's presence on the pure lampstand. Take the best flour and bake 12 loaves, each one weighing 2 pounds. Arrange them in 2 rows, 6 to a row, on the pure table in God's presence. Alongside each row, spread pure frankincense that will take the place of the bread as a fire offering to God. On every Sabbath, for all time to come, the loaves must be placed there before God as Israel's gift. They shall belong to Aaron and his sons, who shall eat them in a holy place, because this is a most holy part of the offerings to God by fire for the priests.
Please rise in honor of the Torah.
B'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe.
This is the Torah that Moses placed before the people of Israel to fulfill the word of God.
B'zot haTorah, b'zot haTorah, b'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe, b'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael, lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe, al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. B'zot haTorah, b'zot haTorah, b'zot haTorah, b'zot haTorah.
Please be seated for the reading of the Haftarah and its blessings.
Adonai is my light and my help. Whom should I fear? Adonai is the stronghold of my life. Of whom would I be afraid? When the wicked close in on me to eat me up alive, it is they, my enemies, who stumble and fall. Though an army were to face me, my heart would have no fear. Even if a war were waged on me, I would still be confident. I ask only one thing of Adonai. I ask one thing: to dwell in the temple of Adonai all the days of my life, to see the beauty of God in the temple at the morning hour. Hear me, Adonai, when I call out. Be kind and answer me. My heart tells me to look for you, Adonai, and I look for you. Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn me away in anger. You, who have been my help, do not leave me, do not abandon me. O God, my help. Were my father and mother to desert me, Adonai would take me in. Adonai, teach me your way and lead me on the right path, safe from my foes. Do not let my foes have their way. They attack me with lies and threats. I do believe I will yet see the goodness of God in the land of the living. Trust in Adonai. Be strong. Let your heart be bold. Yes, trust in Adonai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nbiim tovim v'ratzah b'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah u'b'Moshe avto u'b'Yisrael amo u'b'nbiei ha'emet v'tzedek. Shema Adonai, Koli Ekra, V'chaneni v'aneni, Lecha amar libi, Bakshu fanai, Et panecha, Adonai avakesh. Al taster panecha mimeni al tatbia avdecha ezrati ha'ita al ticheni v'al ta'azveni Elohei yishi ki avi ve'imi azavuni v'Adonai ya'asfeni kavei el Adonai chazak v'yamitz libecha v'chavei el Adonai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzor kol haolamin tzaddik b'chal hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'oseh hamdaber u'mkayim shechel dvarav emet v'tzedek al haTorah v'al havodah v'al hadin v'al yom haShabbat hazeh shnatat lanu Adonai Eloheinu l'kedusha v'lemnucha l'chavod u'tifaret Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך שמך בפיך חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני בחדש השבת Please rise in honor of the Torah. We are on page 422. Hallelu et Shem Adonai ki nisgam shemo levado. Let us praise the name of the Lord, for his name alone is exalted. Page 424. The Torah of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul.
The teaching of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
The precepts of the Lord are right, delighting the mind.
The law of the Lord is clear, giving light to the eyes.
The word of the Lord is pure, enduring forever.
The judgments of the Lord are true, altogether just.
Behold, a good doctrine has been given to you. My Torah, do not forsake it. It is a tree of life to those who hold it fast, and all who cling to it find happiness. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace.
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to call on Monty Davis, who on behalf of all of us assembled here, as well as the whole congregation, our brotherhood and sisterhood, will make a presentation to Adam.
Thank you. You said good luck. Adam, I'm honored to have been invited here to make this presentation to you on behalf of the temple. May I first congratulate you and your family on the occasion of your bar mitzvah and tell you how proud all of us are of you. I have known you, Adam, and your family since you moved to Chappaqua about 7 years ago and became our neighbors and very dear friends. I have observed you with delight, how you have developed from a little boy to this fine, handsome young man we all see here today. The occasion of a bar mitzvah, this rite of passage, focuses our thoughts and attentions to certain qualities we cherish as Jews. These include sensitivity, compassion, generosity, involvement, and a concern for those less fortunate than ourselves. Even as a young boy, Adam, you possessed these qualities. I recall some time ago when your grandfather asked you what you wanted for a birthday present. Rather than having a toy or some other present, you said that what would make you happy is if a donation could be made to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for critically ill children. You delight in helping others. My own family has been the beneficiary of your good thoughts and thoughtfulness. When you learned that my daughter Elizabeth was interested in crystals, you immediately called the science teacher to find out if he had any spare crystals in his vast array of rocks. And sure enough, Elizabeth got her crystals. Now you can find someone who has tickets to the Grateful Dead concert. I would be appreciative. Although these traits seem somewhat serious, in reality, you are a very fun-loving, warm person. Your enthusiasm, your intellectual curiosity, and your perseverance are admirable traits. I am delighted that you have already determined to continue your Jewish education through confirmation. But anyone who knows you would not be surprised at that. Your family has always been committed to the Jewish community of Northern Westchester and far beyond that. Your mother is the vice president of the temple and one of the founding organizers of the Northern Westchester Y facility. I'm sure you will continue that tradition of personal service and caring. I'm also sure that you will carry on another Glazer tradition. That soon you will join the ranks of your brother Glenn and your father in beating the stuffings out of me in golf. On behalf of the sisterhood, I would first like to give you the UAHC commentaries, which is this one. Surprised, I knew what it was. From the Brotherhood, the Jewish Catalog, from Rabbi Stern, Rabbi Ross, and Cantor Troop, an autographed copy of the Gates of Prayer. Cantor Troop. A pewter Kiddush cup, and door number 3. And finally, the certificate of bar mitzvah. Congratulations, you deserve it all.
On page 451 of the prayer book that Adam just got, there is, towards the foot of the page, the famous blessing, 1,800 years old and older, the Shehecheyanu, which our people have always said on happy occasions, at the beginning of festivals, at the beginning of seasons, and on every other possible joyful time. This is one such, And so we're going to sing the Shehecheyanu. Before the Union of American Hebrew Congregations produced the Torah commentary that was given to you today, Adam, there was an earlier one known as the Hertz commentary. It was produced by one individual, Joseph Hertz, who was, for many years, the chief rabbi of the United Synagogues of the British Commonwealth, and before that, the British Empire. From that commentary, I found a story once, which I'm going to share with you. A very short story about a mountain climber who was caught in a sudden storm, snowstorm, a blizzard. He struggled toward shelter and grew weaker as he struggled, began to fear he would not survive. Then, as he was making his slow way into the howling wind, he stumbled over a small mound. Got off the ground and he looked at what he had fallen over, and lo and behold, it was a human body, half covered with snow. It was a climber, even in worse shape than he was, and he forgot himself completely. He forgot he was tired. He forgot about the blizzard. All he cared about was to try to help that person. He worked to restore warmth and life to the stranger. After a time, he succeeded, and the man revived. But the remarkable thing, of course, is that in his effort to save the other person's life, he found new energy and new life for himself. And then together, the two of them helped each other along the way until at last they found shelter from the storm, so that his struggle to save another, in fact, not only saved that other, but saved him. It is one of the great Jewish teachings that we are responsible for one another in the sight of God. The light in your Torah reading, the light that was to be kept burning above the ark, in front of the ark, that has been burning for these thousands of years everywhere that Jews have been, and that burns to this day, as you pointed out to us today, in front of the ark that holds the commandments of God. That light is the light of God as we understand it, and it's the light of the human spirit, the human mind, the soul. Just as our people were taught long ago to be a light to the nations, we as individuals have to try to be a light to each other. People need help. We are the ones who have to help them. Now that seems very simple when I say it, doesn't it? Obvious, in fact. How could anybody think otherwise? How could anyone do otherwise? And yet, it's not so simple. There are people who pass along the way and see others in need and just keep on going. There are very few people in the world who always do the right thing. But even an imperfect person like yourself, Adam, even an imperfect person can accomplish a great deal. Remember the conversation we had about perfection. When we Jews came to this country, We had hard times. But we climbed out of those hard times by helping each other out. We created free loan societies, for example, on the east side of New York, so that people could borrow money and repay it without interest. As a matter of fact, quite recently I saw an ad for a free loan society. Nowadays it's been modernized. You can borrow college tuition and pay it out during the year from that society. We created great charitable organizations, and to this day they continue to help people. We have built schools and hospitals throughout this country. In later generations, we helped build the State of Israel, this Jewish community of ours in this country. In the 1960s, we made a tremendous contribution towards civil rights in this country. In the last 10 years, we in this congregation alone have managed to resettle more than half a dozen Russian Jewish families, 3 of them in recent months. It would be easy to go on listing some of the great things that we as a community have done, both here locally and nationally and throughout the world. And one could list also the things that individuals do, things that some people don't even know about. But I think you get the idea. We imperfect people have kept the light of God burning by helping one another. But that is all in the past now, Adam, just as the service you led is now in the past. It's over. And I see you breathing with relief over the fact. But you, and people like you, are not the past, you are the future. The fact that you read the service and now it's past doesn't mean that you don't have responsibilities tomorrow and the day after and all the rest of your life. We hope to see you taking up the torch that was lit by Jews so many generations ago, and that each generation in its turn has taken upon itself to keep going. We hope to see you become a light to others. We hope to see you give yourself more life by the way you help other people live. In short, we hope to see you be a true bar mitzvah, someone who knows the commandments and does them, someone who remembers that the Torah must not only be in the ark, but more importantly, it must be in our hearts. When it's there, in our hearts and our minds, then we can truly give light to others. Then we can truly be a light to the world. So that's the task that has been placed in your hands. Only you, right? No. All of us. It's not just you. If it was only you, you would have to give it up. It would be beyond you. But the fact is, you're joining a community of Jews. You're not just one individual isolated from the rest. You're joining a community, and just as it expects help from you, so it will add its strength to you. And together, we can all make this a better community and a better world. And that's truly your task, and our task, as we welcome you to this community as a bar mitzvah. And now, Adam, let me ask you back up here. In a way, what I was asking of you, that you should be a blessing to other people. And it would not be fair unless you yourself received a blessing. You've received many blessings, the gift of life itself, a family that loves you, the opportunity to learn, to grow, and so on. And we hope that you will share these blessings for a long time to come. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'tkunecha, may God smile upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. God look upon you with favor always and grant you a long and happy life, a life of achievement, a life of shalom, of wholeness, and harmony, and peace. Continue now with Aleinu on page 618. Please rise.
Let us revere the God of life and sing the praise of nature's Lord, who spread out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is proclaimed by the starry skies, and whose wonders are revealed in the human heart. He is our God, there is none else. With love and awe we acclaim the eternal God, the Holy One, blessed be He. When all shall turn with trust to God, hearkening to his voice, bearing witness to his truth. We pray with all our hearts, let violence be gone. Let the day come soon when evil shall give way to goodness, when war shall be forgotten, hunger be no more, and all at last shall live in freedom. O source of life, may we, created in your image, embrace one another in friendship and in joy. Then shall we be one family, and then shall your kingdom be established on earth and the word of your prophet fulfilled. The Lord will reign forever and ever. On that day the Lord shall be one, his name shall be one. Blessed be the name of the Lord forever, and let the whole world be filled with his glory. Amen and amen. Page 629. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbam Barach Le'olam L'Amei Almayah. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei D'Kudsha B'richu Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei Shalom Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Huya Aseh Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May he who causes peace to reign in the high heavens, let peace descend on us, on all Israel, and all the world. And let us say, Amen. For Havdalah, we turn to page 638. Please be seated. One of you guys want to stand on the box or not? Okay, stand up, fine. Take this. The ancients took words from Scripture to voice their thanks to God who saves and sustains us during the week as it passes. Within their words of praise was the hint of a prayer for life and health in the week to come. May their tranquil faith be ours as we make their praise our own.
Adonai tzvaot imanu miskav lanu l'haya kol selah. Adonai tzvaot asri adam b'teach bach. Adonai Hoshea hamelech yaneinu v'yam kareinu. La'yehudim ha'edora v'simcha v'sason v'kar.
mind gladdens the heart. In our gladness, we see beyond the ugliness and misery which stain our world. Our eyes open to unnoticed grace, blessings till now unseen, and the promise of goodness we can bring to flower.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafel.
The added soul Shabbat confers is leaving now, and these spices will console us at the moment of its passing. They remind us that the 6 days will pass and Shabbat return, and their bouquet will make us yearn with thankful heart for the sweetness of rest and the fragrance of growing things, for the clean smell of rain-washed earth and the sad innocence of childhood, and for the dream of a world healed of pain, pure and wholesome, as on that first Shabbat when God, finding his handiwork good, rested from the work of creation.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei mini v'samim.
The rabbis tell us, as night descended at the end of the world's first Sabbath, Adam feared and wept. Then God showed him how to make fire, and by its light and warmth to dispel the darkness and its terrors. Kindling flame is a symbol of our first labor upon the earth. Shabbat departs and the workday begins as we kindle fire, and we who dread the night no more thank God for the flame by which we turn earth's raw stuff into things of use and beauty. The candle's double wick reminds us that all qualities are paired. We have the power to create many different fires, some useful, others baneful. Let us be on guard never to let this gift of fire devour human life, sear cities, and scorch fields, or foul the pure air of heaven, obscuring the very skies. Let the fire we kindle be holy. Let it bring light and warmth to all humanity.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei me'orei ha'esh.
Havdalah is not for the close of Shabbat alone. It is for all the days. Havdalah means separate yourself from the unholy. Strive for holiness.
Havdalah means separate yourself from fraud and exploitation. Be fair and honest with all people.
Havdalah means separate yourself from indifference to the poor and the deprived, the sick and the aged. Work to ease their despair and their loneliness.
Havdalah means separate yourself from hatred and violence. Promote peace among people and nations.
May God give us understanding to reject the unholy and to choose the way of holiness.
May he who separates the holy from the profane.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamavdil ben kodesh lechol, ben or lechoshech, ben yom hashvi'i l'sheshet yemei ha'maseh. Baruch atah Adonai, hamavdil ben kodesh lechol.
The light is gone, and Shabbat with it, but hope illumines the night for us, who are called prisoners of hope. Amid the reality of a world shrouded in deep darkness, our hope is steadfast and our faith sure. There will come a Shabbat without Havdalah, when the glory of Shabbat, its peace and its love will endure forever. Herald of that wondrous Shabbat is Elijah, whom now in hope and trust we invoke in song. Please rise.
Yavo
Eloheinu ta'amtzenu lishmor chukecha, la'asot ritzonecha, u'lavdecha b'levav shalem. May we learn, God, to make this world a place of goodness and happiness for all your children. Shavua Tov.